Hey yo, welcome to Real Games here on YouTube and the Real Games Cast. I'm Mitch Smith, and I'm here to talk with Jordan Dean about Telltale's Game of Thrones series, Episode 1, Iron from Ice.
Rated M for Mature.
For centuries, the Foresters have been loyal bannermen to House Stark. A house of traitors. You rely on your ironwood, that much is clear. It would be a shame to see it fall into the hands of another house. I imagine you'd do anything to prevent that from happening. Wouldn't you?
Okay, now that you guys have seen the trailer, we're going to break this down and talk about it for a little bit. Jordan, for someone that's never watched Game of Thrones, when I come into this, am I going to be completely lost, or does this game kind of catch me up and let me know what's happening in the Game of Thrones universe?
Well, you need to know some background about Westeros. You need to know who the Lannisters are, who kind of rules King's Landing, and that you need to know that the whole world of Westeros is in like a five-way civil war, the War of the Five Kings. And you need to know that...
so it's similar to The Hobbit with the Battle of the Five Armies, kind of?
Yeah, except it's a war that lasts more than 2 hours.
Has winter came?
It's approaching. It's the fall.
It's been coming for 5 years.
Yeah, basically.
It should be here by now.
Well, in this world, the seasons last sometimes decades.
So they went decades without winter?
Basically, yeah.
So it's like Africa.
Yeah, essentially. And then in a year or so, it will become Canada.
Okay. So once winter hits, winter's there for a while.
Yes.
Right. So it's like it'll become Alaska.
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
Even though the North is already basically Alaska.
That's confusing as it is. But anyway, back to the game. I guess I should probably talk about the game. This is a game review. But okay, does this play the same as Telltale's typical game? Is it point and click?
Yes, it is a
tons of dialogue
options.
options.
Yes. Yeah.
Did you have the sense at the end of the episode that the decisions you had made to that point mattered? Was there any kind of payoff?
Yes, I felt like there was a bit. Well, the twist at the end was going to happen inevitably, but I felt like the decisions that my three characters had made were.
So you play as three separate characters, unlike in The Walking Dead, where you play as Lee
and there's
Clementine.
And there's two different ones to come in the later games.
Okay.
You play as Ethan Forrester, Mira Forrester, and Garrett Tuttle, who are all members of House Forrester, who are bannermen to Robb Stark.
Okay. All the screenshots I've seen have really show Peter Dinklage and his character quite a bit. What kind of role is he playing at this point?
He has a pretty small role as of now. What little he was in, though, he stole the show. Of course, because it's Peter Dinklage.
Do you anticipate that he's going to be more prominent in the later episodes?
Yes.
So, how many characters are new to this game that are not on the television series?
I think I saw the exact number is 13. 13 original characters.
Oh, wow.
And then you have the 4 original characters: Cersei, Tyrion, Ramsay Snow, and Marjorie Tyrell.
Okay, you played the game on
Xbox One.
Okay, on Xbox. Yeah, Xbox. Sorry, Microsoft. Suck it. Anyway, played the game on Xbox. Does the game run smooth? I know when I played The Walking Dead, Season 1 and 2 on PS4, there was a lot of technical hiccups. The game didn't run too well. Telltale's engine has never been fantastic.
Yeah, you have a lot of those same problems. It ran basically like the engine more smoothly than the Walking Dead games, but there are a lot of graphical
So you do
problems.
feel like they've upgraded their engine,
yes.
but it's still not flawless.
Yes.
Any graphical problems that you felt were really damaging to the product, like texture pop-in or anything like that?
Well, the character models look great, the up-close stuff, but in the background you can see like a tree or a bush or a table that would be really blurry and kind of just look like it was just thrown in there at the last second.
Couple more questions before we wrap up. Telltale's typical art style here? Are we going with the comic booky art style, or or are they trying to go for like a typical video game art style?
It's not quite as comic booky as The Walking Dead. Like, you can't see the black pencil strips, but you can tell that it's not. I mean,
it's still a cartoony version.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Uncharted or
Right.
or anything like that.
Just a few more things. George R.R. Martin. He's really involved in this, right?
Yes.
Okay. Does his involvement really show? Do you get the sense of feeling all the time? I can tell that this writer is involved.
Yes, I did. I did feel that. I actually had to look up to see if he did write it.
So
I wasn't sure when I started playing it, but about halfway through, I was like, okay, this is very similar.
So you get that same feeling that the show has.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Finally,
There's actually a part towards the beginning after the red wedding scene where it plays the music and it shows like the map of Westeros with the cities
the
coming
actual
up.
cinematic intro
Yeah.
to the series. That's really cool. Finally, Jordan, give us a real rating. Our real rating for Game of Thrones, Telltale's Game of Thrones, Episode 1, Iron from Ice. What do you give it?
I give Iron from Ice an A.
An A. Wow, that is unbelievable. Okay, fantastic. Thanks, guys, for watching. Subscribe here at youtube.com/RealGamesCast. Also, go like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter at RealGamesCast, and support us on Patreon, patreon.com/RealGames. Thank you guys very much for watching. You guys have a wonderful day.